Welcome back to part 3 of Navigating Adult Friendships, a part of the Stewarding Your Singleness series. Today's verse is coming from 1 Timothy 5 1 through 2. It says, "Talk to younger men as you would to your own brothers. Treat older women as you would your mother, and treat younger women with all purity as you would your own sisters." Today's topic is, can men and women be friends? Enjoy the conversation, and we would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. We'll see you in the chat. Here a little bit. Okay. Yes. And yes, the question is, of course, everybody asks this question: can men and women be friends without catching feelings? Absolutely. Yes. I don't give you explanation yet. What do you say? Okay.
I would say, yeah, boundaries.
Okay.
I think they can.
Okay.
I've never happened to me, but I've seen it done.
Okay. So everybody says yes across the board. Okay. Now
Yes.
you can explain your yes.
Because I have friends right now where we're just purely friends, and there's like nothing more. And yeah, and some of, I would say like a couple of them, one is married, one's engaged.
Yeah.
And I'm with the one who's married, like I'm friends with his wife as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, so it's just like, okay. So I've definitely seen it could be done. Absolutely, it can be done. Sometimes do people catch feelings? Oh yeah, of course that's your human, sometimes the closeness. But I see it can be done where it's purely platonic because not to be mean, but my brothers in that way, if they were to be single tomorrow, it's like
Exactly.
no, nothing's changed. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
go through that.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. You know.
Yep.
You know what? I just as I answered yes, right? But then it made me think about define friends.
Okay.
Like, especially if it's a guy, is this a guy that is a friend? Like how I have some close friends where I tell them everything, or we're praying together. How deep is the friendship? Or
Gotcha,
are we
okay.
just very surface level? Because there's this one guy I used to work with him, and I left that company. No, he left the group in 2016. I left the company in 2019, and to this day, we still talk and text every day.
Yeah.
All we do is text.
Yeah.
And he's married too.
Yeah.
Never have we
Yeah.
crossed the line.
Yeah.
Never. But at the end of the day, I speak to him about lighthearted stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there's
You have
nothing.
to.
There's nothing deep about it.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, did you see the Panthers today? Or oh, look what the stock market is doing. Like, we do random things.
Yeah.
So, but then when I think about it, I don't have any guy friends where it's deep like that, very close. So to me, it's like, let's define that.
Yeah.
I answered yes too, but I don't. I haven't been in that situation where I had guy friends. I'm at work and it's just like, hey, what's up? Or we have like that work conversation, so it's
Like
always
lunch.
surface.
Yeah.
It's always surface. There's nothing deep, and it's always, from my standpoint, either it's like encouraging or something like that, and it can be someone who's married, or just single, whatnot. But it's still a boundary because
Yep.
it can,
absolutely.
Yeah.
like, I would say one of my like closest work friends, like I have two, actually I have two. It's still it's surface, but it's also, I know about his family, I know about stuff, and then I had like an older gentleman. He actually walked me through. Okay, this is life. Like, you have to have yourself, take care of yourself first, then your family, then your friends. So I was just like kind of getting this like therapeutic situation from an older person who experienced life. So it all depends on how you define it, but also we don't expect the other person to put up that boundary. You set the standard.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And sometimes with some of these friends of mine, some is not as deep. And it's like, it's not like a a deep intimacy.
Mhm.
It's good enough to where it's just like, wow, we've been friends like wow, long time. And like, there's some boundaries, and there's some conversations where with some of my like guy friends, especially those who are single, because I know that it's not nothing more than that, like than friends. So yeah.
And then I think with single guys, I don't think I would want to be so vulnerable with single
Yeah.
I was
guys.
gonna mention that. I was trying to
Because
wait.
I don't
Yeah.
want them to read into it the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not going to go to them like, oh, I'm struggling with my singleness
No.
today and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Like,
No.
like
Yeah.
even when I just because we had a prayer call with my group at church, right? And I asked everybody that we're gonna lift up each other in prayer for everything. And I wasn't gonna bring my singleness because there's guys on this call. Because I don't want another guy call
Open
praying
door.
Yes.
for my singleness or whatever. That's to me, that's a female
That's a
thing
female thing.
or whatever. So
Interesting.
I gotta think about that.
Yeah, because the reason I just told this story. I don't know if it was to you or to our mother, where I think it was to you. I remember it was like a few days. It was right before I turned 30, and I remember I was kind of like, a little bit struggling with my singleness. I remember I was talking to a guy on the phone, and I told him, I said, I just started tearing up, and then I told him, and he prayed for me right then and there, like, my singleness, and I didn't feel like.
So not every guy thinks.
Yeah,
Thinks that
no. Like, yeah.
But I guess to Kimberly's point, I guess she didn't want to open that
Mhm.
door
Yeah.
in the midst of, I guess,
Yeah.
however large the group of
yeah, it
people.
was like it was
But
like
I
people on
I
this
get what
call.
you're saying.
Yeah.
So I guess it's different.
Yeah, different.
situation.
Yeah, because that was one-on-one, that was a group. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't want the single guy like, ooh, she's struggling with her singleness.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give her a call.
Let me give her a call.
Yeah, exactly.
She lonely.
Right.
She lonely. Go ahead, Gotcha.
Hey guys. I do think it's possible. But like I said, I haven't had that experience.
Yeah.
I found that I don't know, I've never met a guy that like didn't want to like cross the boundary with me. So
Single or is it
huh?
single or married? Single?
Single, yeah, single, maybe even dating. Like it's just like no, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never had that experience where a guy was genuinely wanting to be a friend.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I guess the base, we all concluded that yes, you can be friends, but with boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's important to have male friendships, to be honest. Like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
they bring that they bring
Yeah.
balance. I feel like,
Yeah,
but not
exactly.
just
Yeah.
you
Right.
can't have. Well, you can be close, but not
Yeah.
as close. You gotta be careful with how much you share. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Exactly.
Especially if they're single, or but even married too.
Oh yeah,
Even
absolutely.
married,
Even
yeah.
married too. Yeah.
You still have to have boundaries and making sure the wife is okay.
Yeah.
Or making sure and maybe include the wife.
Oh yeah,
in-
absolutely.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One thing to add to what you said, you think it's important to have
Yeah.
male friendships, because I remember reading in this book called Beyond Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud and Townsend. The boundaries, they're like my spiritual uncles.
Mhm.
They do boundaries, and that book Beyond Boundaries, they recommend having like basically friendships of the opposite sex to get your relational vitamin. And I think it's something to touch what Kanji was saying earlier. You learn how to communicate. Like I've learned communication with especially I have one like fairly close male friend where I have been my most authentic self, with him. And it's just so beautiful because I've learned communication and just different things about myself through that friendship, through that safety of a friendship. Because I feel like sometimes we may not always know how to talk to people of the opposite gender, because it's like, oh my goodness, I have to like him, and all that stuff. It's like, no, if you get that practice in with somebody who's a safe platonic friend, platonic friendship, it's just like you get those relational vitamins, and it's been, really great. He's even taught me. I have to give, kudos to him, like how I really deserve to be treated because of his friendship style towards me is just like, wow, like thank you, like thank you, Lord, like thank you, Lord. It's truly, a gift. That's something, for me, if you can, handle that, I think it's definitely beautiful to have that platonic, friendship of the opposite sex, of course, where you get those relational vitamins to really learn and develop, in that area.
Yeah. So are you like, are one-on-one with the your guy friends, or is it more so always in a group setting, like when you hanging out with them, or either on the phone, I guess? I'm just trying to make it clear for the people.
Oh, of course. Well,
That's all.
This
all.
particular,
Okay.
Well, this
Because I don't want everybody to get. We saved, y'all.
We love the Lord.
Love
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're practicing, righteousness. That's a great
But
question.
just in case.
Okay, I can clarify. I have no problem. I can clarify that. With this particular friend, he doesn't live in the same city.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so he and I, we do a lot of texting.
Mhm.
Here and there, we'll speak on the phone. Very here and there. It's mainly, texting, and also because our work schedules are also different.
Mhm.
That's one. When it's time for us to hang out, he will come down here and we will like go out to eat.
Okay.
And then that'll be that. And
Okay.
that's one-on-one.
Okay, but in a public setting.
Yeah. Like I was like,
yeah.
I've never like invited him
Yeah.
over to my house or anything like that.
Just make it clear for them.
Oh yes,
That's
no,
all. That's all I'm
public
doing.
setting,
That's all I'm
yes,
doing. So people
indeed.
jump to conclusions.
Okay,
Make it clear.
Yeah, because also he's a believer, as well, and he,
Yeah.
He honors and he respects me.
Yes.
So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
There's really
Thanks for it.
There's really great guys out there. There's
Yeah.
really phenomenal.
Who don't want anything from you.
Who just truly just, the friendship.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Like, I even had him to pick up my hair. So I'm like, I don't know how I want to wear my hair. And he'll send me pictures of different natural hairstyles. It's so funny because he is not the same race as me, but it is wonderful.
That's so
So it's
good.
like, there's a bunch of natural hairstyles. I'm like, okay, so some of my hairstyles is because of him. Thank you.
I think sometimes you can't even be friends. I think I'm like, if you're talking to a guy and you're trying to become friends, like even in a church setting, like people immediately jump the gun thinking that you're trying to like date them.
Yeah,
And I feel like it has to do with society, like everything's romanticized, everything's sexualized, the way the media portrays things.
Exactly.
So I feel like some people, especially in the church community, or even in the world period, I love the church, so they jump to conclusions about things. And they feel like you can't be friends, maybe like not close friends, but super close.
Or so you can't even say hi.
You can't say hi.
It's like, you're out of position, ma'am.
Yeah.
You said hi to that brother.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just said hi.
That's it. that's all.
I said, how are you?
Yeah.
I asked you how you're doing. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. I'm not out of alignment.
Not at all.
I'm not being fast.
No,
I just said, how are you?
we need brothers.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
We are friends.
It's like, let's not make it so scary. I think that's sometimes we can be a little bit in our head. Like, no, let's not make it so scary. Yeah.
You had anything to say, Kanye, or you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Good responses.
We'll let Brandon, the expert, talk on it.
I know. Good responses.
Brandon, I went to about 4 guys.
About 4 or 5.
Every time she spoke up, it was about somebody different.
No. We didn't get some lessons.
We're gonna get Brandon.
I know.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next week for part 4. And be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great night.